Hey, what is up guys, Massive here, back to do another video, and today I got a good game on the map Tournament Oasis. I'm going to be playing as the ZOCOM, my opponent as the Traveler 59. Got a couple awesome games to share, been playing on and off. Haven't been playing as frequently lately because I am working on the patch and I'm a bit busy in real life as well. But I'm going to be working on a patch for the winter time. I'm going to name it the Winter R22 update. You can expect that to arrive at the end of this month or the beginning of December. Includes several balance changes. I have had numerous discussions with community members regarding what needs to be done, what changes need to be made, and not too many changes are going to be made. There's a few bug fixes in store as well for you all, including the motherships now will be able to be right-click commanded to attack and they won't ignore you, among other things. Oh, and vertigo bombers won't be revealed by infantry beneath them. If they fly over infantry, they won't get revealed because it's silly. Now, I was going to do this for shadow teams, but due to technical problems, it's not feasible. I would have liked to have fixed it, but at this present time can't find a fix for it. But you guys are going to probably like that as well, since there's going to be a bunch of Christmas oriented maps. I included a bunch of maps last year that were made by ZOCOM. I'm going to modify them slightly for this year's release, as well as tone the lighting down a little bit because it was a bit too bright for me and others. Anyways, going into this game, not too much is happening so far. You've got a scout traveler, so you don't get descent rushed, which is very potent. Nowadays, it's game ending if you don't scout it, so you can't really take any chances. You've got to scout around your base, not leave any blind spots. The good thing about Command & Conquer 3 is the fog of war does not recede so fast, so areas of the map reveal scouted for a prolonged period of time, which helps you as a player not get surprise attacked as it would be the case in StarCraft 2. It's the only RTS game I think that has such an implementation. You've got the Shroud in Command & Conquer 1 and 2, which means once an area of the map is revealed, it permanently remains revealed. I believe that was the case in early C&C games, though I could be mistaken. I think there was no fog of war, right, in some games? Maybe I'm wrong. Nevertheless, this push has been spotted. APC's moving in. I'm upgrading that AP ammo versus Traveler 59. It's a must, and I'm pushing with a rig as well, so yeah, this rig's making an appearance. Haven't been doing too many rig rushes as of late, so you guys are witnessing one right here. He's trying to focus on it. A bit of a mistake, however. And the War Factory that I just placed is going to heal up the damage that it took for free. Well, technically not for free, since I had to pay for the War Factory. But this factory is going to provide me with production close to the front line, so these Prototypes don't have to travel very far to get to my opponent's base. Now, One Vision, he's going to hold this back with Gunwalkers. Uses the temporal wormhole, has the technology assembler built, so now he can go for tripods, he can go for prodigies. Alarm bells are ringing now for me. I need to make a decision, and I need to make it fast. Decide it's probably best not to continue with the pred spam, since he's just going to build a prodigy and win the game through the use of that prodigy. So what I need to do is build an airfield as quick as possible to get a hammerhead out. But if I scout that he's not building a prodigy, then what I could do is instead go for a bunch of ZOCOM walkers. They're $1,300 in R22. They have been for several years at this point. And ZOCOM, they can build them. They scale very well with micro and skill. So if you can control ZOCOM walkers, if you can manipulate their shots, then you're going to get a lot more mileage from them. And bring in some blue Tiberium whilst this is happening. I'm going to take a swipe at this tip spike too. Again, I read your comments, and you guys are right. I don't take out spikes as often as I should, but I'm learning, and that's the main thing. So I denied that income. If this game continues, that could be the difference. Though probably less so against Sprint, since they have other means to get resources in a low eco game. It's more of a problem for you as a GDI player, since you don't have any support powers to regain your eco. But the ZOCOM Orcas come in, they attack out one tripod. I forced him to use the phase field. Fortunately, he didn't get both of those tripods. That one is in very red health, so we'll have to go back to base to get repairs. It's not going to be able to attack me once it has that phase field relinquished. Need to be careful of that storm column. It one-shots the ZOCOM Walkers. Likewise, it also one-shots Firehawks without ceramic armor. However, ceramic armor is a completely different story, and this was a disaster for me. Usually it takes only 6 ZOCOM Orcas to destroy a Scrin tier 3, but that time, even though I had the V35 transport in there to bait the shot from the storm column, it targeted my ZOCOM Orcas. He could have just clicked on the ZOCOM Orcas, which is micro. He deliberately probably clicked on my ZOCOM Walker and didn't let it destroy that scout transport, because it has a 4-second reload time, that storm column. So if you miss the enemy unit, then it's over for the storm column or the tier 3. But yeah, he saved his tier 3 there, got a double kill on my ZOCOM Walkers, and I'm in big trouble, especially since my expansion isn't looking too healthy. I did grab some of that blue Tiberium, which is a valid strategy on this map. You may have seen me do the same thing and several times on this particular map. Got my expansion set up now, and the only thing going for me at this point is I have a tier spike lead, 3 ZOCOM Walkers falls. I was looking okay until that happened. Now I'm gonna have to come back from a hilariously bad position. Rebuilding those ZOCOM Walkers. I'm building sniper teams because I, at this point, was fearing for that Prodigy's appearance. He's building tripods. I am not sure why that was. We'll see. Some buzzers in the top of the map, bring in some reinforcements through the use of that airborne support power. Very useful as ZOCOM and GDI spawns in 2 veteran riflemen and 2 veteran missile squads to the battlefield. They promote quickly as well. Can be the difference in many games. But that's the reason why he was building tripods. It's because he is going to use the wormhole, and with those tripods surrounding my harvesters, surrounding my base, he's going to take out every single one of them and then pop back through the wormhole. My eco is in shambles. I have absolutely nothing left. And as mentioned before, I'm very, very surgical with those ZOCOM Orca rockets, not wasting a single one. Just 1 tripod left. It can crush my harvest, but it's not going to kill 3 harvesters by the time that ZOCOM Orca force of mine reloads. It is going to destroy the husk, so I'm not going to be able to reclaim them. Now, I did take a win in the bottom of the map. I took out a tripod and a warp sphere, though that's not really going to offset the fact that I have lost almost all of my economy. A lightning spike comes down. That's going to inflict even more pain on my harvesters. He can probably even use the infestation hive at this point. It only costs 800 bucks. And this storm column stands between me and that tier 3 of his going down. I'm going to use these ZOCOM Orcas to try and DPS this down quickly, but with the reinforcing tripods that went through that wormhole. Remember, he didn't lose too many. Most of them escaped, and well, actually no, they did die, but he probably should have sent them through the wormhole. Come to think of it, would have been much better for him. Nevertheless, ZOCOM Walkers are rearming their missiles, and I'm going to have to use them against the tripods. There's 3 tripods there. A heroic rocket which can withstand a lot of DPS. I'm going to focus on the gun walkers here and aim in front of the tripods. Anticipate where they'll go. Without being too wasteful, I'm still able to kill 2 of his tripods. So despite me missing the first round of attacks from those ZOCOM Walkers, I was able to reacquire them and kill the tripods. Gunwalker is going to pursue my ZOCOM walkers, which are currently rearming at that blue field. He may not even know that I have ZOCOM walkers rearming at the blue Tiberium field, and there's some blue tip regrowing back there. I can place a second war factory if I choose at that blue field and rebuild a harvester. But yeah, with that tier 3 there, looking exposed, if at most he'll kill one of these ZOCOM walkers. I'm using the line formation so that the ZOCOM walkers don't all get splashed down by a storm column shot. Tripod will be found and taken out, which is going to limit my response to this wave of attack. Shock troopers running in, but that was just the one from the sold off signal transmitter. Shock's very effective, but not so much against ZOCOM. I think ZOCOM kills Trav very effectively. It also discourages Mechapede since they have a lot of sonic type weaponry, which mechas do terribly against. Things like Shatterers and Sonic Emitters. Even Zone Raiders are lethal against mechas, and that's going to be GG. So despite me failing with those ZOCOM walkers, despite me losing all of my harvesters, that bottom strike force was able to turn it around, and I was continuing to build those ZOCOM walkers. Despite me failing once, failing twice, I still was able to leverage the power of the ZOCOM Orcas and the ZOCOM Arsenal before getting tier 3. I didn't use tier 3 that game, and that's what I wanted to showcase in this game as well. As ZOCOM, you don't really need to tech up to tier 3. It's not necessary to go for Firehawks, because you have so many options available to you at tier 2. I could have gone even for EMP grenades there. I didn't. I mixed in a sniper team, which was a good idea, especially if you went for mind control. I think I did okay. Could have made a hammerhead or two, but it depends on what your opponent does. I reacted based on what my opponent was doing. If he was doing something else, then obviously it wouldn't have made sense going for a bunch of ZOCOM walkers. Hammerheads would have made more sense if it was just shock troopers. So you got to respond and react to each situation as they come. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. I really appreciate that. And before I go, I'd like to thank all my patrons for the wonderful support on my channel. Thank you for keeping this going. Thank you for supporting me and for helping me do these patches as well. I am currently working on a Christmas themed winter R22 patch update, so stay tuned for that, everyone. Anyways, that's it from me, Master Sleeve. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.